So I don't really like to talk about this type of stuff because I try to stick to the Dallas Cowboys and the stuff that's going on with the team. But I really want to talk about why sports media has become garbage over the past couple of years. Let's get into it. So, I really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about the whole sports media thing. And what I mean by that, I want to reiterate that's referring to the four-letter networks such as ESPN. You have the three-letter networks like NBC. You have CBS, Fox. You could throw anyone in there. You get what I'm referring to. And just how bad they've become over the past couple of years, okay? And I'm not saying this because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and some people might go in the comments and be like, oh, you're just saying that because you're a Cowboys fan. And no, this has to go with any type of sport, whether it be the NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. I don't really care. I have seen opinions, I've seen just the way that the sports media has really evolved to where it's at now. Anybody of any sport would probably hate how sports media is right now. Okay? So, when I look at the sports media and, people inside that are notable names that come to mind: Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, Colin Cowherd, and a handful of others, Nick Wright, for example. And trust me, there are plenty more. The way I look at these guys, and everyone involved in the sports media, it's not about being correct. It's not about, looking at the facts. It's not about that anymore. It's about throwing the dumbest opinions out to the world to get clicks and likes and views, because they know if they don't say something to grab people's attention or keep them entertained, they're nothing, right? Let's look at Stephen A. Smith, for example. What is Stephen A. Smith known for? He's known for trashing the Cowboys. He's known for his Knicks rants, right? He's known for the Kwame Brown crap that he's always done, and it's so repetitive. He talks about the weed, stay off the weed, all this other stuff, and just him just being him. It's not about his actual opinions, it's about his personality. Sports media is about personalities now. It's not about being correct. All this, it's just, can you be entertaining? Skip Bayless, the guy that was all about Tebow Mania, the guy that's, how about them Cowboys, the big Cowboys fan, and him hating on LeBron James, Shannon Sharp, his co-host, him loving LeBron, him doing all this crazy crap on television, it's like, those are aspects of the sports media. And, how could I forget Max Kellerman, the guy who says he would rather have Andre Iguodala take the final shot than Steph Curry, and how Tom Brady's going to fall off a cliff, and how the Giants are all this, that, and a third. And, I can go, and Dan Orlovsky, how can I forget Dan Orlovsky, and his nonsense about how he sucks the Eagles off so much, and how he thinks the Cowboys are a third-place team. I understand that's dealing with my team, and you can argue that's bias there, but just the way that these people come to their conclusions are outright, I feel like you have to be mentally deficient to really think some of these opinions. I understand that everyone has a certain conclusion they come to when they do their own research, but, you listen to how they articulate what they're trying to believe, and it's like, how did you come to that opinion? Right? And it's an embarrassment. People on YouTube, in the NBA community, here in the Cowboys community, or NFL, content, NHL content, they do a much better job at covering the sports than anybody in the four-letter networks, three-letter networks. Why? Because they are genuine. That is something that is missed pretty much across the board in any network. There's no genuine opinions anymore. It's all about getting clicks. And it's sad because, you get paid to talk about sports. You're a journalist. You get to talk and throw all these opinions out about all these players, even though I've never played football. And here I am talking about the Dallas Cowboys, giving my opinion as a fan. Right? But I'm not claiming to be an expert in something, right? You have guys that are reporters that are hailed as these experts in basketball and stuff like that when they've never played basketball professionally or something of that caliber. That's the problem that I have. And it's not that you have to play a sport to be a journalist in that. No, I don't believe that. I believe that, it's... You need to do your job. And look, a journalist doesn't just post crap out there. Well, you can argue that. It's just so frustrating to have to also deal with how these opinions get thrown out there and people will just adopt these as a part of their positions because they think they make sense, right? How can you sit there and say something of the caliber of, oh, I personally think that, Dak Prescott isn't a good quarterback because insert generic, oh, he just does stuff in garbage time. Let me use Dak Prescott as a full-on example. For those that are Cowboys fans and watch my content so we can get some preface. When Dak Prescott first started, right, he was from what I heard, oh, he's a game manager. He needs Ezekiel Elliott to win. He's not good. He doesn't, he's garbage. He can't throw a football. He's not accurate. All that stuff, right? We go to 2018. Dak Prescott gets Amari Cooper, and he ends up just taking that next step, right? He ends up starting to become a better quarterback, right? And people start, and then we jump into 2019 and parts of 2020. Oh, Dak Prescott makes garbage yards. He throws garbage yards. And, he just, he's just, it's overrated, right? And then it's oh, he doesn't deserve that money. He's going to ruin his team. He's not that good. It's unbelievable how things have changed. It's you have to move the goalpost every single time because you know that you don't make any sense. And people believe this, right? People will talk about, oh, Dak can't win without Ezekiel Elliott. He's won without Ezekiel Elliott, okay? He's not been terrible. Yes, you can argue in 2017, but there are a multitude of factors why he wasn't doing good, right? People forget context. People are all about emotion. They're not about, sitting down and thinking, does this make sense? Let me go back, check that out. Because, for me, if I go out there, right, and think about this. As a college student, right, if you were to do a paper, and a lot of these people that are in the sports media, they're educated, they got degrees and all this other stuff. Let's see. If I didn't do a research on a certain topic and I had to write a paper on it to get a grade to possibly pass this class, right, and you sit there and you go you know what? There's this one article that says this specific position and has only one tidbit of information. And you use that as the basis of your entire topic of conversation, right? And you just spew this certain opinion. If you used one source, you would be given an F, probably. That's just the honest to God truth. You need to do research, people. If I had to go through, you see this degree on the wall, and I'm not trying to flex or anything. I'm just posing this as a thing for those that are in the sports media. If I didn't do my research, I don't get this degree. I don't I don't check up. I don't do a full-on research to get my whole bearing straight on what exactly is going on in a specific topic and what position should I hold. If I don't do that, then I end up facing the repercussions. But these people in the sports media, they don't have to worry about that. can say pretty much whatever they want as long as they're not like explicitly racist or saying the dumbest things that are offensive. So it's just frustrating. And I think that a lot of us can honestly sit here and learn from that. Here in the Cowboys community, we have so many content creators that do such a great job at what they do that they've made going to the four-letter networks, going to all these other places to get opinions on the Cowboys. They, you don't need to do that. You know, let's go look at our rival. Remember, it's funny because we remember when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they were being like doubted the whole way through. It's just like, oh, we don't know, even though there's been, you can kind of get a sense of, well, they can if they put it together type of thing. Like, if you're an Eagles fan watching this, you probably would agree with me, the sports media can get on Philadelphia too. Listen, sometimes the Philly media can be a pain in the ass too. I live like 5-10 minutes away from Philadelphia now. And I hear the Philly media and how sometimes they could say the dumbest crap. Trust me, I understand. So, I don't want to take away from what I say on this channel in sense of like I'm taking time out. I just want to kind of put myself out there in the sense of this is just how I feel on the sports media. They're garbage. It's all about opinionated. I want to make the best type of stuff. It's stupid. And I hope we all understand that. So, I think I've pretty much reached my time, and I'm pretty sure I've said what I gotta say. So, if you haven't done so already, well, first, I'll thank you for reaching the end of this video. Shout out to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member, you can hit the join now button down below, or join, and you can join there. You can hit the like button if you could, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. On top of that, just a huge thank you to all of you from watching, and yeah, hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Okay, have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye bye.